everybody.
I just found the keys to a city. The beats are big and the lights are pretty. So why can't we get to the busy where the dreams are in the sky? You got me high on wonders and why. You got me high, I think I might die. I'm face to face with a mirror. I've never felt so one with another. So why can't it all be clearer? Don't you see the sign? It's not fair. Let me put my fingers through you there. It's not fair. I'm not full without you there. And there you are. Fa la 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 la. Wish you were a star. Fa la 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 la. Wish we could go far. I just close my eyes and there you are. There you are. Just close my eyes and there you are. I just found the keys to a city. The beats are big and the lights are pretty. So why can't we get to the busy where the dreams are in the sky? You got me high on wonders and why. You got me high, I think I might die. I'm face to face with a mirror. I've never felt so one with another. So why can't it all be clearer? Don't you see the sign? It's not fair. Let me put my fingers through you there. It's not fair. I'm not full without you there. And there you are. Fa la 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 la. Wish you were a star. Fa la 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 la. Wish we could go far. I just close my eyes and there you are. There you are. Just close my eyes and there you are. There you are. I'm face to face with a mirror. I've never felt so one with another. So why can't it all be clearer? Don't you see the sign? It's not fair. Let me put my fingers through you there. It's not fair. I'm not full without you there. And there you are. Fa la 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 la. Wish you were a star. Fa la 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 la. Wish we could go far. I just close my eyes and there you are. There you are. Just close my eyes and there you are.
And there we go, folks.
Cool. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. That was There You Are by Pogo. Like, honestly, one of my favorite things about doing live streams, getting to pick an intro song and expose you all to some of the music that I like to listen to. So anyway, hello everyone. If you don't know who I am, well, you could call me Ari. This is the monthly comic roundup for January 2018. This is a thing that I do on my channel, which is now going to be live streamed annually, where I take a look back at some of the new releases from places like Webtoons and Taptastic and no longer Linzen, because fucking hell, Linzen. Learn how to treat your creators fairly, and I would love to expand to some of the more professional comics, but unfortunately I'm broke, so this is all we get, and I'm trying to make do with what I have. And I see you in the chat, Maya. Hello, hi, love you too. Happy Valentine's Day. Just hope and pray that this stream goes better than the last one, because that's probably another drawback to having this new computer and not as good Wi-Fi, but not fast Wi-Fi. The live stream, there's a huge delay in the live stream, and as the stream goes on, that delay just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and there's a lot of buffering, and oh boy, I don't know what to do here, except get a new computer and move out and get better Wi-Fi. But I think I know what to do this time, which is I'm going to still pay attention to the chat. I just hope that the chat room understands that there is a delay, a time delay, between what I'm saying now and what you guys are saying, and it's probably just going to grow as time goes on. And like I said, there's a lot of buffering. Hopefully the buffering isn't a problem for anyone watching the recording of this video, but yeah, I just got to watch the chat room, because when I ended the stream last month, the stream just cut out entirely instead of catching up with real time and finishing out the video, but whatever. So this is going to be a really short roundup, because there's no longer covering Linzen, and there really wasn't a lot of new releases last month. It's very short, lacking month with almost nothing, I swear. But whatever, let's just take a look at some of the new stuff and get it all out of the way, because trust me, we're going to be blazing right through these. So yeah, and I guess we should just get started. By the way, this is from the anime recovery of an MMO junkie, and once the stream is over, I'll be updating the description with all of the links to the comics and everything else. So yeah, let's just get started. Let's get started with the new releases from Webtoons. I'm going to drink my tea real quick, because I need tea right now. Jasmine tea is really good. All right, let's get started with Webtoons, and I quickly want to shout out this new comic, Def. I think this is called... It stands for Definitively Engaged at the Moment to My Goddess Hylia, and this is by a author that I never heard of. You can, but I found out about this comic because of the artist. The artist is Ian J, whose works I've been familiar with for quite some time, because they write the comic The Third Party on Linzen, and their comic, they also have a comic on Webtoons called Age Matters, which they started working on after they started working on The Third Party. And Webtoons, every once in a while, Webtoons will pimp out a Discovery comic and put it on their front page, which means that the Discovery comic is getting pretty popular, and hopefully it will get featured. Like some of the new comics this month, like, oh my god, quite a few comics that I've read got featured this month. So I hope that Ian J is able to migrate to Webtoons from Linzen, because I have gotten a chance to talk with this author, and I know that they are all right. They are not affected by what's currently going on with Linzen, because they are in the American division. So that's good, but I really hope that they leave Linzen if something happens to them, if the practices in Korea migrates over to America, because art is a very unforgiving job. But anyway, this is a fantasy, possibly romance webcomic about a young man who was once a pretty dorky loser, had a lot of weight, but now he is the CEO of a very big and popular game company, and he's very charismatic, but he's also very cocky. And the strange woman who smells death, and that's probably because she is the goddess of death. So more than likely, these two are going to get together, and we're going to have a fantasy romance about a mortal human and the goddess of death. I'm doing well, Maya. Just enjoying another lonely Valentine's Day with my Twitter waifu being miles and miles and miles away, and I can't see her and cuddle her, and it's not fun. But how are you doing today? And anybody else in the chat that decides to pop in and watch this. So anyway, this comic is pretty short. It only has 4 chapters, prologue, and 3 chapters to its name. But so far, I really enjoy it. I like the premise. I'm kind of a sucker for mortals and gods, especially Greek gods. And I love this artist, Ian J. You know my needs, because Ian J draws just such gorgeous women. Oh my god, Ian J is such a great artist, and all of her women are just absolutely beautiful. So I'm really looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to see what happens to this. I'm really looking forward to see where this is going. If you like Ian J's artwork, you're definitely going to like this comic. And the author, the author is kind of, the way the author's writing style is, it also reminds me of Ian J's, Ian J is a better artist than she is a writer. There's some parts in The Third Party where I just really didn't care, but the writing here is definitely pretty strong as well, and I hope that it gets on a pretty regular update schedule, because ENJ, trust me, as someone who's trying to write a webcomic, writing the comic is a lot easier than drawing the webcomic. And ENJ is working on her own release on Linzen. Then she's trying to work on Age Matters, which is a pretty popular romance comic in the Discovery section. And now she's working on this. And where the hell do you find the time, girl? Jeez. So, yeah, check this out. Just if you want to check it out, if you like ENJ, check it out if you like the whole God Immortal romance story. And let's get into some of the other comics that came out this month. My name is Benny. Holy shit. I'm just going to blast through these next 3 fucking comics because everybody knows I'm not a fan of the, hey, lol, so random slice of life comic, like, hey, look at me, this is my life, I'm so funny, blah blah blah, lol, whatever. I'm not a fan. There's so many of these comics and it's honestly pretty oversaturated, and the only reason why I don't completely go off on these comics is because it's a good place to start and they have an audience. But for me personally, every time you turn around, there's always one of these, and My Name is Benny is one of them. It's just, hey, look, I'm a weird and awkward guy. I don't have a lot of good social skills, but I still have fun and live my life. And it's just like, yeah, all right, man, good for you. There's an audience for this. There clearly is, but there isn't. I'm not a part of that audience. And I'm just gonna go to the next one because it's so easy to describe these comics. It's the whole lol, so random slice of life webcomic. Same thing with this next one. It's just MERS, or however you say it, titled after the author. Just, hey, look at me, look at my cats, look at my boyfriend or husband, look at my life. This is, I have the same life as you do. Haha, so relatable. Laugh at me. It just, all right, whatever. I don't care. I really do not care. There's so many of these comics, and like I said, people like these. Go ahead and like them. All right, cool, whatever. I'm just not a part of that audience. And I don't really have the time or patience for these comics because it's the same thing over and over and over again. It's, hey, my cats are jackasses. Hey, I'm socially awkward. Hey, I like anime. Hey, I'm in a relationship. Whatever, your life. I don't care about your life. So, but this next fucking one, holy shit. Webtoons. What were you thinking? Drinking my tea real quick. I'm sorry if I sound worked up right now, but really? Seriously, Webtoons, what is this? Who asked for this? Nobody wanted this. This is I don't know what this is. This isn't a autobiographical slice of life webcomic. It isn't lol so random. It's a really ugly as sin webcomic about a bratty girl, high schooler, child, young adult, whatever, I don't care, but she's bratty and she's rude and she just goes around being a rude piece of shit, annoying people, and the comic tries to justify it. And it's like, I think it's trying to go for like a dark humor. I think the humor is supposed to make us like this character. Look, trust me, there's comics like this out right now, but here it's just so poorly written and I hate the character. I really don't like the art style at all. The art style is, oh god, I cannot look at this comic. I really cannot look at this comic. But what is this? Who asked for this? Nobody did. It's not being well received on Webtoons. I don't want to read a comic about a person who has no manners, a terrible attitude, and thinks that they could just be a rude piece of shit and get away with it. No, that's annoying, and that's very mean-spirited, and it's not written well enough to justify the character's actions. Seriously, who asked for this? Who thought it was a good idea to publish this? And I'm not trying to sound mad or anything right now, but honestly, the next comic is the last comic that came out for Webtoons, and you look at, this was featured, this was featured, this was featured, and oh, sorry. Just, where's the diversity? There's none here. There's nothing here at all that's interesting or engaging, and it's just such a short month, man. Such a short, lacking month. Oh, God. So, This don't read this. Don't read this. This is very ugly and very annoying, and it's not well written, and nobody asked for this, and it's not even being well received on the webtoons for a featured webcomic. Not many people like this, and I honestly can't blame them. So just don't bother. Oh, hi Summer. Yeah, welcome. Hi there. Hi, hope you're having a nice Valentine's Day. Hope you're enjoying your day. So let's just get into the last webtoon. Holy fuck. Thank you for saving my life. Oh god. Sweet Home from the creator of Bastard, a webtoon that I haven't read yet, but is in my backlog. And I know nothing about Bastard other than the fact that the tagline says there's a serial killer in my home, or I'm living with a serial killer. New project from the duo. I don't know who's writing or who's drawing this, which is why I have the whole slash here. But this is a horror thriller webcomic, and it is just the light in the dark, my shining ray of hope, and an otherwise very lacking mom. This is a feature webcomic, and it's about a young man who was just a total piece of shit. He's a hikikomori. He doesn't care about life or the outside world or the people around him. And he lost his entire family. His mother, his father, and his sister died in a terrible car accident when they were hit by a semi-truck when the driver of the truck fell unconscious. And just to solidify how terrible this kid is, he's an 18-year-old who doesn't go to high school. He goes to his family's funeral wearing casual attire, not proper funeral attire. He goes up to the graves. No, he goes up to the picture and he goes, I checked the bank account. How the hell do you expect me to live off of $20,000? And he gets pissed off and he yells at the pictures of his family, and his own family, his extended family, throws him out of the funeral and basically disowns him. So this kid, he sells the house because obviously he can't keep up with it. He moves out to a cheap apartment building. And he goes, well, I'm definitely not going to get a job. I have nothing to live for. I'm just going to commit suicide. So he marks the day on a calendar for when he's going to commit suicide. My stream is stuttering. Please post this later. Don't worry. The stream always stutters and I don't know how to fix it. This didn't happen on my old computer and I don't want to ruin the quality of the stream. So this is automatically going up on YouTube later. Don't worry about that at all. It's going to be here, and hopefully the stuttering and the buffering won't be a problem. I hope and I pray. I can't do anything to fix it. I'm sorry. I don't have a job or money, so I can't upgrade this computer or the Wi-Fi. It's very annoying, I know. Yeah, I want some more chocolate. Get you some more chocolate. It's Valentine's Day. Go to the store tomorrow. Buy all the chocolate. It's gonna be dirt cheap. God. My tea is getting cool here. I better hurry up and drink this. Just like. So yeah, this kid is a pretty horrible person, but I don't know how to say this without spoiling it. Because episode 5 is kind of a twist, and it's a twist you see coming, but you didn't expect for it to be at this magnitude. Because this kid is just like, well, I'm alone now, I'm going to commit suicide, but I just want to get some more time with my video games in. And you can, through brief flashbacks, you can tell this kid wasn't always like this. There was just a series of events that turned him this way. So this kid, he gets caught up in a real predicament, and all of a sudden he finds himself alone in a terrible situation. And I don't want to spoil it because you really have to read it for yourself. Like I said, it's a twist you see coming, but you don't think it's going to be to this magnitude. And this is definitely, just like I said, this is my light. This is my shining ray of hope. And hey, otherwise dull and lackluster month, because this comic is good. This is the third webtoon out of these 3 same-ass featured webtoons, we have this. And it's so much better than any of those. It has the best artwork. It has the best writing. It has the best characters. For a character who is not a good human being, for a character that it's hard to sympathize with, you want to see him live. Like, hey, take notes. This is how you write a terrible person. And it's scary. It's really freaking scary, man. It has the artwork. It has the designs. And honestly, the end of episode 4 is some of the scariest shit. It is just a moment of high tension that had my heart racing. And I was reading this at night, so I was just like scrolling down and scrolling down and scrolling down, one panel after the other, one panel after the other, one panel after the other. I'm just like, come out and face me, fucking come here. And it goes on for so long, and my heart was racing with every panel. Every time something didn't happen until I was eventually like, okay, no, fuck this. I'm too scared. It's night. I'm reading this tomorrow when the sun is up. So read it. Check it out. It's good. It's the best thing that came out this month. It is the highest. It has the most high quality. It's the most high quality comic that came out. And thank God it's different. Thank God it's so different. Holy fuck, webtoons. What the fuck happened last month? There was no diversity with webtoons last month. Like this, Death, this is a Discovery comic. This is a feature. This is featured. This is featured. These 3 are the same, and there you have this one. And it's just, man, back in like December and November, there was so much diversity, and then we have 4 new releases from webtoons this month, and it's all the same. There's no diversity or anything like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna check the chat real quick. So Maya says, you're not into the low random comedy. I'm so relatable to everyone. I'm not trying to send hate to these comics. I'm not trying to send hate to these creators. It's just this month I'm especially annoyed at it because webtoons just put out the same freaking comic 3 times, and there's no diversity, and those comics aren't really all that creative. It's a good place to start. It's a good place to practice your art skills, but comics like these, they aren't the most creative comics in the world. So usually I wouldn't be as mad or worked up, but it's just no diversity at all from webtoons this month. So I'm just going to finish off my tea before we move on to the Taps comics. Jasmine. All right, let's move on to Taps. And there was, once again, this is going to be, I told you guys it's going to be a short ass stream because nothing came out last month. Nothing at all came out last month. It's like last month in January, the movies were good, but the comics were just so lacking. So let's start off with this one, Zombie Brother. And as you can see, I have the genre marked down with question marks because I really don't know what the hell this is. I mean, come on, look at this. With this picture, you think thriller, horror, and wait, hold up. Oh my god, I put the wrong background for Sweet Home. This was supposed to be the black background. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Oh god. That's what happens when you don't check your work, because something told me, wait, something is wrong here, and I just realized the background is blue. I put the black background in horror comics, but I left the background blue. I'm so sorry. Oh god, let's get to Zombie Brother. Like I said, I have the genre marked down as question marks because I have no idea what the hell this comic is. When you look at this picture and you think fantasy or thriller or horror, and it's none of those, really. I have no idea what this is. It's too funny. It has artwork that makes it gory. It has a zombie apocalypse story that makes it a horror or a thriller. But the writing is funny. It's full of very unfunny jokes that you don't take this seriously at all. And with the artwork being kind of gory, trying to be kind of suggesting that this is supposed to be an action or a horror, and the writing just makes you not take it seriously. And that kind of annoys me when it comes to comics like this, because pick one thing and stick to it. Have the funny writing. It's okay to have a comedy taking place at the end of the world, but the artwork and the characters and the story suggest otherwise. when the writing is so just, I have no idea. I have no idea. Hey, Devin, don't worry about it. I don't know what to call this. This comic is just whatever, really. I don't know what this is. I really don't. It's just a guy, very narcissistic guy, who finds himself at the end of the world because the water got contaminated. People drink the water, they turn into zombies. And it's not funny. It's well drawn, but it's trying to be funny. It's not funny. I have no idea what it's doing. I have no idea what any of it is doing. It is a premium comic. It's a premium comic, and I don't know what this is. I don't know what to make of it, and I really don't want to spend money on it. I don't know. This is just here to me. This is just whatever to me. I don't really recommend it all that much. It's just whatever. It's just here, and I don't know. God. Okay, last comic. I told you guys it was going to be a short roundup because this is the last new release. Nothing came out last month. Nothing at all. There was nothing in the premium. There was nothing that was long enough in the news section. Just 2 new comics from Taps, 4 featured in a Discover comic from Webtoons, and everybody knows I'm too broke for premium comics, and I don't support Linzen anymore until they can get their shit together. But let's talk about the time we have. This is a romance comic about... This is a kind of mystery romance comic. It's about a man in his late 20s, early 30s, who's a teacher, and one day he gets into a car accident and his wife died. And the new school semester starts. He gets a class full of new students, and one of his new students looks exactly like his wife. Same name, same face, same walk cycle, same voice, same everything. And this guy is losing his mind because in the beginning of the story, he goes, I don't love this woman anymore. I'm not even sure if I ever loved her. She loved me, but I don't know if I loved her. And when they get into like the car accident, his wife is going, don't ruin this moment because let's have a nice weekend. And he goes, he monologues, I don't like this woman. I hate this woman and I hate where we're going. And his wife died. And he grieves over the loss of his wife. He does. But at the same time, he just goes, did I ever love you anyway? So now here comes his student, looks exactly like his wife, and it's just really no variation. It's exactly like his wife. There's no difference in the character design. And he goes, oh my God, my wife is here. My wife came back. She's a 16-year-old girl. She's my student. And I'm losing my mind. And he doesn't know what to make out of it because he didn't love his wife anyway. But here's this student, and he's going, what is this? What is this crap? This is something that only happens in like anime and manga. So he's just trying to make sense of all of this. That's what it is. Sense of all of this. But the prologue suggests that he's going to fall in love with his student. He's going to look after her. He's going to fall in love with her. And maybe they're going to fall in love. They obviously are. That's what the title suggests. That's what the genre is. That's what the picture is. They're definitely going to fall in love. And yeah, sure, it's a huge age gap, but fuck it, it's Korea. So I don't know. I'm more than likely not gonna keep up with this just because the comic wasn't really all that appealing to me. And everybody knows I love romances, and this sounds like my kind of thing, but I'm just not really all that into it. I'm not. Like, if you're into that whole kind of mystery, sci-fi, romance thing, well, it's not a sci-fi, but, you know, it takes place in modern time. But, you know, it has that whole, oh, hey, my wife is back to haunt me. So, if you're into that, maybe you'll like this. But me personally, I don't think I'm really going to keep up with it because it didn't speak out to me. It wasn't all that appealing to me. And, it's here. If you like it, if it sounds appealing to you, go at it. Enjoy reading a story about a guy having a crisis and falling in love with his quote-unquote wife all over again, or maybe falling in love with her for the first time, because God knows he has a second chance now. So have at it if it sounds good for you. Let's see in the chat. Happy Valentine's Day, Devin. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you. I'm sorry that the stream is being such a fucking cunt right now, but whatever. I see we have 4 people watching too, so that's awesome. Let's go on to the tiers. This is a portion in the last live stream, and I put my fucking headphones. Holy shit. Stop popping in my ear, please. Tiers are basically something that was suggested by my friend Maya, and I explained them in the last live stream, but they cut out because fuck everything, I guess. But my friend Maya suggested that I introduce the concept of tiers, which is just a way for me to really get organized and round up all the comics and put them in different categories to just kind of be like the final nail in the hammer, my thoughts and recommendations for these comics. So yeah, I put them in the description last time, but now I get to actually explain them. So let's get into the explanation. So we have the first tier is the skip it tier, which are comics that are not really worth your time. Maybe they're good, maybe they're bad. Maybe they have something in there that put it in this tier, but basically these are the comics that came out that month that aren't really worth your time or to read it. The mad tier, which I didn't have last month, but I'm including this month because it didn't seem fair to have so many comics in a triad session when I was just so indifferent on them and thought they were whatever. The mad tier are comics that they don't have to be good or bad, but they may not be for everyone, and they don't belong in the triad tier. The triad tier is, if it sounds interesting to you, then check them out, because they may not be for me, or maybe they are for me, but they may not be for everyone else. But if they sound appealing to you, then there you go. And finally, we have the must-read